The long-awaited Xbox podcast just went down. And the bigger question here is, did this event live up to those monumental levels of hype? Or was this a rare win for Team Xbox? Let's break this all down. Up next. What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So, in the words of the great American Nightmare Cody Rhodes,
what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's get into it. After the endless amounts of rumors and hearsay online, Xbox finally came out to address the rumors of them going third party. We heard it all from titles like Indiana Jones, Starfield, Gears of War, and so much more being thrown onto rival consoles, and people began to sell their Xboxes. But like I said in previous videos, it's always good to wait and see what happens. Now I gotta give Xbox their flowers here because I've been very critical on them in regards to their very mixed messaging at times when it comes to their games and their business strategies. This 22-minute podcast was executed perfectly, and they addressed any and all of the rumors they had head on. But it raised a very big question. Did the internet overreact? Spoiler, yes they did. But there was some truth here. So let's talk about the biggest talking point heading into this event, and it was the exclusivity of Xbox games going forward. So some of the rumors were true. Xbox is in fact porting over, as it stands right now, 4 games to the PS5 and the Switch. We don't know what those games are as of right now, but Phil Spencer said these games are over a year old, 2 are smaller titles within the Xbox brand, and 2 are community-driven games. Now, I still think it's fair to say Hi-Fi Rush is a lock, and Pentiment was brought up on the other side of this smaller title debate, which I do think is fair to assume. As for those community-driven games, I still think Sea of Thieves fits the bill here. And Grounded was the other title brought into question. I think as long as it's just those titles, it could be a great thing for Xbox. And Phil Spencer did say by doing this, there are more possibilities for them to create second installments to those games. Now, as far as those other titles go, to kind of paraphrase here, Phil Spencer said he wanted to bring those story-driven games over to other platforms because Xbox sees that as an opportunity to get more business and introduce Xbox franchises to other players on other platforms, thus getting them more interested in Xbox as a whole. And I gotta admit, I can't argue that. I think Xbox will no doubt have future big-time exclusives, and with that comes hardware. And funny enough, Xbox seemingly also confirmed their next iteration of hardware. They said they're focusing in on this, quote, the largest technical leap ever seen in a hardware generation. Now, to me, I think that's just buzzword central, but at the same time, I hope they deliver. But the point here is Xbox is here to stay in the console world, despite what the internet said. Game Pass was yet another key talking point for this podcast, and Xbox assured fans that their first-party games will be hitting Game Pass day and date without question. Now, Activision Blizzard was another key point that I thought Xbox should shed a little more light on, and wouldn't you know it, they did just that. Because on March 28th, Diablo 4 is heading over to Xbox Game Pass. Now, I was surprised it was only Diablo 4, and that's just me sounding a little bit spoiled, but I do think releasing these games over a period of time is a smart move. When the Bethesda merger went through, we just seen Xbox kind of dump all of those games onto Game Pass at once, when in reality, one person isn't playing 7 Bethesda titles all at once. They're gonna kind of take their time and play through them one by one. So dropping these Activision Blizzard games, let's just say month to month, would allow them to breathe and get the shine they really deserve. Now, games are always at the center of our talking points here, and Matt Booty confirmed that Xbox has more than 10 first-party games slated for 2024, which is insane. Not only that, but he teased a June showcase, where we could get further word on these titles as well. As of right now, Xbox has Avowed, Indiana Jones, Hellblade 2, Diablo's expansion, Flight Simulator 2024, a new Call of Duty is all but confirmed, and Towerborn. So by roundabout math, that essentially means 7 games are in the works. That leaves 3 plus yet to be confirmed. But also keep in mind here he could be talking about the fiscal year, which does end in March of 2025. Now, all I'm saying here is there is some unannounced stuff in the works. And it's safe to say I am very excited. 2024 seems to be a big year for Xbox. And it's funny to say, seeing how just a day ago, the internet was in pure pandemonium over all this, saying Xbox was just dead. But all things considered, I thought they handled this as best they could, if not better. They were clear and direct with fans, and made sure their investment in Xbox would not go to waste. Not only that, but they are staying within the world of physical consoles, along with a few extra surprises along the way, with potentially a new handheld. And contrary to popular belief, I think going this podcast route versus a press release was the best route to take. This gave them the platform they needed to speak directly to fans, so nothing would be taken out of context. But with all that being said, I'm going to pass this question off to you guys. What are your thoughts on this event and Xbox's strategy moving forward? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.